Nope. Duke. Drop it. Thank you.
A horse is kind of like if you mixed a dog and a toddler together
Quit it.
and then made it 1,500 pounds. They all have their different quirks. I mean, they all have different personalities.
True that.
And you have to learn how to work with each one or they'll just shut down and be like, I'm not doing what you say.
Load, 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 load.
Horse Patrol is unique to Vandenberg Air Force Base and the Armed Forces as a whole. We're one of the last units that actually uses them for law enforcement purposes and active patrols instead of just parades and ceremonies.
Duke, good morning.
Typical day starts early in the morning. We come out and we feed them. We check them over, make sure they didn't get any wounds during the night.
You have a cut on you?
We check all of our equipment. From then on, we either do training and exercise or we'll try and go out and ride them on the beaches or out in the country. The purpose of having them here is that the base, it's really big, almost 100,000 acres, and there's 40 miles of coastline. It gets tough even for ATVs, so the horses come into play because they're sure-footed on the hills and we don't really need much of a trail at all. They can bust brush through anything. And then also when the federally protected species, the snowy plover, is in its nesting season, Environmental on the base has closed down certain areas to protect them. We're authorized to use the horses as a kind of a force multiplier in those areas and go in there and get people out whenever they violate. With the missile launches, we secure pretty much everything from the coastline into the main roads where normal patrols don't know how to go. And we go out at the same time as everybody else, and then we just pretty much drop off the grid and check all the roads that we know from our experience in the section.
Thank you. Thank you for the kisses.
I would have never thought that something like this would have happened, from getting hired to such a specialized unit and then now focusing most of my time on working with these horses. I couldn't have planned a better career in my life, really.